They say some places are better left untouched. In the Appalachian Mountains, deep in the woods, there was a trail that led to a clearing. No one talked about it much, but one group of friends, curious and adventurous, decided to explore it anyway. Trail was overgrown, the kind of place where nature slowly reclaims what humans have abandoned. As they pushed through thick bushes and branches, they stumbled into a clearing. At first, they thought they had discovered an old park, maybe a forgotten picnic area. But as they walked closer, something felt off. The air was too still. The trees around them seemed to lean inward, as if watching them. In the center of the clearing stood an old playground. The swings were rusted, but they creaked as if someone had just left them swinging. The merry-go-round was covered in moss, but it spun slowly, without any wind. Everything was covered in dirt and leaves, yet it didn't look like it had been here for decades. It looked like it had been abandoned just yesterday. One of the friends, Jason, wandered closer. His foot hit something soft, a small child's shoe, perfectly clean, despite the decay around it. He picked it up, feeling uneasy, and tossed it aside. That's when the laughter began. At first it was faint. It seemed to come from behind them, but when they turned around, no one was there. The laughter grew louder, this time from the swings. The merry-go-round spun faster. They tried to leave, but something held them there, as if the playground was not ready to let them go. Suddenly, there was a cold chill, and then the laughter stopped. One of the girls, Emily, screamed. She had seen something efface. Just behind one of the trees, the eyes were wide and hollow, staring at her with an unsettling intensity. "Let's go," shouted Jason, but it was too late. The swings had stopped moving. The merry-go-round was still. The silence was worse than the laughter. They turned to leave, but when they reached the edge of the clearing, they realized something was wrong. The path back was gone. The trees seemed to have shifted. What had been the trail was now a maze of unfamiliar woods. Panicking, they ran, and that's when Jason got separated. He wandered deeper into the woods, desperate to find the path, but the shadows were closing in. Every turn felt wrong. Finally, he found his friends again, but he was pale, shaking. He claimed he had seen them children, but these weren't ordinary children. They were covered in dirt, their clothes torn, their eyes black. They watched him from the shadows, their smiles twisted and malicious. The friends left without looking back. They couldn't find the clearing again, no matter how hard they tried. The abandoned playground had disappeared, but they all agreed on one thing. It hadn't been a dream, and something in that clearing didn't want them to leave.